5-year-old boy hugs dog with tumor about to be euthanized. What happens next is touching. Pets can become part of the family. Little Noah never knew life without his best friend, a sweet dog named Leica. She was his protector and his buddy, but Noah's parents felt like the dog was their first baby. She was also the reason that they even met in the first place. The dog was special, but when she became really sick, they had to make a very difficult decision. They just didn't know how they were going to explain it to their son, and he wasn't making it easier. The boy held his dog that was about to be euthanized. What happened next is heart-melting. 5-year-old Noah and his beloved dog Leica were the best of friends. Their bond was so strong that they were inseparable, constantly seen snuggling together. They'd been partners in crime since Noah's birth. When Leica fell ill, Noah's parents rushed her to the vet. The grim news hit them like a punch in the gut. Leica had a cancerous tumor. This was not just a simple illness. It was a life-threatening condition needing expensive surgery with no guaranteed success. The vet suggested the option of putting Leica to sleep. Faced with the harsh reality of their financial situation, Noah's parents decided to euthanize Leica. But before making that final journey, they took Leica on a beautiful vacation, giving her joyous memories with her family. Noah, sensing something was amiss, showered Leica with extra love as if he knew she needed him more than ever. As they braced for the inevitable, a phone call came with astonishing news. The vet clinic had shared Leica's story online, and generous strangers had donated enough for her surgery. With renewed hope, Noah's parents explained to him that Leica had to stay at the vet for a while. Holding Leica tight, Noah assured her everything would be okay. She'd battled health issues before, and her family anxiously waited as she went into surgery. It was a nerve-wracking period post-surgery, but Leica pulled through. The clinic staff believed that the love and special attention from her devoted family gave her the strength to fight harder. Here's another true friendship. When Quinn was losing his leg to cancer, he asked for a dog with 3 legs. His wish came true, and they've become the best of friends. A 12-year-old boy who lost his right leg to cancer has just adopted his dream pet, a dog that is missing a leg as well. I wanted a 3-legged dog because he would share my struggle, Quinn of Napa, California, told Today. Because he would know what it felt like. He would know he wasn't the only one to have an amputation. Quinn had been asking for such a pooch since losing his leg in April 2015. He was 10 and being treated for bone cancer, his second bout with a form of cancer. His wish came true last week when he brought home Logan, a pit bull mix with a missing front left leg. The 7th grader and his furry companion made an instant connection. "I'm beyond happy," Quinn said. "Having Logan to me is like having a best friend that knows everything about you." They share more than just physical characteristics. "We're fighters," Quinn said. "We're resilient. We never stopped fighting, and whatever life does to us, we're going to keep going," he said. As a toddler, Quinn underwent a year of chemotherapy, multiple surgeries, and weeks of radiation after being diagnosed with a soft tissue cancer in his abdomen. His family was overjoyed when he reached the 5-year mark of being cancer-free, said his mom, Teresa Howell. When Quinn was 10, though, he felt pain in his right leg that progressed to a limp and ultimately a diagnosis of bone cancer in his hip. His leg and part of his pelvis were removed in April 2015, and treatment kept him out of school for months. In January 2017, the family finally received the good news that Quinn no longer had any signs of cancer. It was a very stressful, fearful, hard time for Quinn, not being able to celebrate being cancer-free. Howell said, "He's just been emotionally having a hard time." In the weeks since they've had Logan, though, Howell has seen a wonderful change in her son, with his feelings of loneliness and fear falling away. Quinn has appeared to be happy-go-lucky, but as his mother, I'd known it's like a cover for what he's really struggling with inside, Howell said. And when he's with Logan, there's no cover. You're just seeing his genuine happiness in him instead of just a front to protect himself. It's a relief that Quinn doesn't feel so alone and different, she added. They almost missed the chance to adopt Logan. On March 1st, a friend tagged Howl on a Facebook post by the Front Street Animal Shelter featuring a video of the dog, who had just lost his leg with an old injury healed improperly. When Howl and Quinn made the 1-hour drive to the shelter in Sacramento the next day to try to adopt Logan, they learned that another family was already considering him. They decided to meet the dog anyway, and when Howl asked how long Logan would be held, she learned the other family was no longer interested. "We adopted him right then," Howl said. The pooch took to his new family immediately. "It was like he was always there," Howl said. It was a contrast to darker times when Quinn struggled with his amputation and told his mom things like, "You don't know what it's like," Howl said. "He's right, I don't know," Howl said, "but he loves Logan. Logan loves him, and he feels like Logan knows what it's like. Nobody else in his world knows what it's like, but Logan does. When I see the two of them together, I see companionship and a strong bond," Howl said. "I see hope when I see them together. I see hope for Quinn."